On December 29, 2025, Ohio government actions were limited primarily to announcements and advocacy efforts, with no major legislative sessions, enforcement actions, or public events directly occurring on that date. Key prior activities signed by Governor Mike DeWine earlier in December were referenced in ongoing discussions. 145. The most prominent action was Governor Mike DeWine's announcement of over $200 in federal funding from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services for Ohio's Rural Health Transformation Program. Released via news statement on that Monday, 1/5. This funding targets rural health care barriers through initiatives including expanding school-based health centers, extending the Ohio Vision Care program to rural students, reducing infant mortality via evidence-based home visiting models, building a rural healthcare workforce pipeline with Provide Education partnerships, and launching rural patient health innovation hubs linking hospitals, community health centers, behavioral health specialists, and others. 1/5. DeWine expressed gratitude to U.S. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz, Senator John Husted, and Senator Bernie Morneau for support, emphasizing collaborative use of funds for rural Ohioans' health. 1. In cannabis and hemp policy, Ohioans for Cannabis Choice, a political action committee, submitted initial petition signatures exceeding 1,000 to Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose and Attorney General Dave Yost, seeking referendum certification to repeal Senate Bill 56, SB 56, signed by DeWine on December 19, for SB 56, effective in 90 days, around late March 2026. Regulates intoxicating hemp products, including THC and CBD beverages, now banned after DeWine's veto of a temporary carve-out. Imposes new criminal penalties for marijuana possession outside original packaging or out-of-state legal products, enables expungement of low-level marijuana convictions, and releases $96.5 in recreational marijuana tax revenue to cities. 347. Advocates like Wesley Bryant of 420 Craft Beverages criticized it as government overreach recriminalizing cannabis, potentially delaying implementation if certified. LaRose's office confirmed receipt, with 10-day review deadlines for both officials. 4. DeWine had signed SB 56 and 4 property tax overhaul bills, House Bills 124, 129, 186, 309, and 335, on December 19 in his State House office. Also effective in 90 days, 237. These provide billions in taxpayer savings over 3 years by capping property value-driven tax hikes via inflation cap credits in about 80% of communities at the 20 mil floor, minimum school tax rate, tweaking calculations to exclude certain levies and reduce spikes, especially in rural exurban areas. 2. DeWine called it essential tax relief post-property value. No enforcement actions, public events, or additional legislative activities were reported specifically for December 29, 1/4, earlier executive orders. Like 2025-9D, for emergency amendment of Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation, Rule 4123-6-8, signed December 12. Were not active that day. 8. Federal funding uncertainties affected Ohio anti-poverty groups like HAPCAP in Southeast Ohio, but no state actions tied to December 29. 6.